On Mother's Day, I tend to not go on social media, if I'm being honest.
That's a very wise choice.
Yes.
Because everybody posts all their amazing gifts or what the husband's doing and all that. This is how social media can steal your joy. Mm-hmm. One morning, this was not a Mother's Day. I'm just giving you all an example.
Okay.
One morning, I got up and I was just in a really great mood. It was a Saturday. We were living in Georgia. I decided to make pancakes. I made pancakes. I made eggs and bacon and all the things. All of y'all come down. Y'all are like, this is so awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Mom. And then we all go upstairs. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm cleaning up the dishes. I've had a great morning. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all thanked me. It was great. Then I get on social media, and somebody that I worked with at the church posted that his wife was so amazing. She made waffles. They were homemade. Did all the things that I did.
Yeah.
But Greg did not post how amazing and wonderful my breakfast was. And I was instantly mad at Greg. Well, welcome to Wire Talk. Today, we're going to be talking about lowering our expectations for Mother's Day. Because if you're like me, my expectations can get a little high and a little unrealistic. So it's time to lower them. All right, let's get going.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wire Talk. Happy Mother's Day. We're going to be focusing on Mother's Day, what that looks like, what that brings today. It could bring happiness or sorrow or a little bit of mix of both.
Right.
So it's our favorite holiday, like Mom's favorite holiday, but sometimes it can get a little if it's
Are you
not
saying
celebrated.
It's my personal or just Mom's in general's favorite holiday?
Sometimes Mom's in general's favorite holiday.
I was like, it's not my favorite holiday.
It's not my favorite holiday. Don't talk for me. Stop it.
Easter is my favorite holiday. If everybody wants to know all the details.
Let's be real. Mom's favorite holiday is her birthday.
Yes, it is. Preach it, girl.
And normally your birthday is celebrated like a month long. So, I
love it.
I know. But anyways, we're going to be talking about kind of like what your expectations might bring or...
Yeah. And I just think sometimes as moms, we have really high expectations for Mother's Day.
Really high.
I mean, so ridiculous.
I mean, I expect, Emily, you're amazing, sky written in the clouds with the plane in the air.
Exactly. And then we'd be like, well, where's the balloon? In the sky.
Golly, where's my hot air balloon?
It's never enough.
I know.
These poor husbands, poor children.
I know. And poor Brian, because Mother's Day is May, our anniversary is June. Yeah. My birthday's in July.
Yeah, it's like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. He's like, whoo, we just dodged that 3 months in a row.
Oh, my goodness. So anyways, but I mean, it's not even just with social media. It can be with family.
Yeah.
It can also be sometimes becoming a mom. It's hard for me because Brian wants to celebrate me, but I want to celebrate you. And we also have his mom to celebrate, but we also need to celebrate your mom. So sometimes I feel like my Mother's Day gets kind of
at the bottom,
but then Brian's trying to bring it to the top. But I'm like, we have to please everybody else. It's just a little bit overwhelming.
That is overwhelming.
I know,
I've
Mom.
never known that for you. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, bless your heart.
I know. It's all about me. So
she's getting stressed, even as we talk about it.
I know.
See, I think that's the thing. Mm-hmm. I think we put all this pressure on ourselves, and it just builds and builds and builds until we're just and we explode.
Yeah, because it is a lot. Because you want to please your mom, and if your mom is still living, you want to please your mom, your in-laws. But then your mom has got to deal with her family. But then you also have you. It's a lot. It is a lot. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I'm glad.
Well, these are some good questions.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to answer them, Mom.
I know. Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, before we start, if expectations were realistic, and we're back all in the house, like we're not grown anymore, we're little. What would be your favorite for Mother's Day, or do you have a favorite Mother's Day? That's a hard one.
That is a hard one, and I didn't know you were going to ask me that question.
I know, I'm putting on the spot.
There's not a Mother's Day that sticks out, because let's be real, I had a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I do remember one time, all of y'all were young, y'all brought me breakfast in bed, and it wasn't a great breakfast, let's be real.
No.
Kelsey was totally in charge of it, and I think doing it while Greg and I both were asleep.
There you go.
So, the toast was super cold, but it was so sweet.
Aww.
And she was so excited. And all of y'all were so excited too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that one sort of sticks out to me. That was in Virginia. So that's how little y'all were. But, you walk downstairs, the kitchen is a total wreck. I mean, it's just the way it is. So that one sort of sticks out to me. And I loved getting all the crazy gifts that y'all would give.
Yeah.
Like one time Taylor gave me, he had gotten out of the bubblegum machine this little green
ring, right?
Yeah.
I remember
and I
that.
liked emeralds. And so he said, Mom, this is like an emerald. And it was like a green band. And he was so cute because he was like, are you going to wear my ring? And I'm like, yes, I'm going to wear your ring.
I'm going to wear it.
And I just little things like that was so sweet.
Aww.
And then, of course, now my Mother's Days are special because of the cards that y'all give. And, you tell me how great and wonderful I am. And so, of course, who doesn't love that?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. How about you? Do you have a special Mother's Day?
Oh, man. I think
You've only had 6 so far.
Yeah.
So
last year for Mother's Day, we were traveling somewhere the week before. Were we in Guatemala? Maybe.
No, that was in the fall.
Okay, so I don't know. It doesn't matter. We were somewhere with Birds on a Wire. And the week before, Home Depot had their Saturday workshop with the kids.
Yeah.
And Brian took the kids and made this flower frame. And Brian got a picture.
Aww.
And the kids were so excited to show me them. So they're still in my house. And I'm like, I love them, but I don't necessarily want them everywhere.
I know, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that was just a sweet thing. And I think for me, it was because Brian planned a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
On Mother's Day, I tend to not go on social media, if I'm being honest.
That's a very wise choice.
Yes.
Because everybody posts all their amazing gifts or what the husband's doing and all that. This is how social media can steal your joy.
Mm-hmm.
One morning, this was not a Mother's Day. I'm just giving y'all an example.
Okay.
One morning I got up and I was just in a really great mood. It was a Saturday. We were living in Georgia. I decided to make pancakes. I made pancakes. I made eggs and bacon and all the things. All of y'all come down. Y'all are like, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom. And then we all go upstairs. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm cleaning up the dishes. I've had a great morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all thanked me. It was great. Then I get on social media and somebody that I worked with at the church posted that his wife was so amazing. She made waffles. They were homemade, did all the things that I did.
Yeah.
But Greg did not post how amazing and wonderful my breakfast was. And I was instantly mad at Greg. Yeah.
And I'm not, listen, this is a real life. I'm not mature enough sometimes to be happy for those people.
I know.
And I'm just like, what?
I
because
know.
I could have the sweetest morning and then see what somebody that I haven't even really seen since high school got. And I'm like, oh, I'm just,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't need to be like that.
No.
No.
None of us
So I
do.
just kind of stay off. And I love Brian. He's wonderful. But last year for Mother's Day, he posted a picture of me, which was so sweet. But I'm like, you did not approve this. I did not approve of this picture.
You didn't like it?
No, it was terrible. He's like, Emily, you're so beautiful. I'm like, oh, that's a terrible picture of me. Let's be real. And he tried so hard.
I know. And that's the thing is they really do try hard. And it's sad.
I mean, this is so vain of me. I saw this picture of me and the kids from Port St. Joe. I look so cute in the sand with my kids and their matching outfits. And I thought to myself, that would be a good picture for my birthday. And I'm like, Emily, really? Could you be more self-centered?
Yeah.
But that's just,
I know.
a little bit how it is.
We're all that way. Listen, we're all that way.
So
bottom line, stay off social media.
Yes, but I do think it's important to communicate to your spouse about Mother's Day. So why do you think it's important to communicate what you want for Mother's Day, and how can you do that effectively without feeling guilty?
Yeah. Well, if you're like me and gifts is your love language, which is unfortunate, and this is the deal, sweet Greg, he doesn't have a chance because I fantasize in my head and unrealistic things, like even things that I know is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, oh, he's going to get me something like really extravagant. like, I know that's not going to happen. I know what's in our bank account. You know what I'm saying?
You know your budget.
Yeah. And I know that we never put that kind of money in Mother's Day or Father's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, $50 is about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, but I get in my head, definitely whenever I was younger, like, oh, he's going to go out and buy me, you know, whatever, that's thousands and thousands of dollars, which is so stupid. But I do that. So
we all do.
Years ago, I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to tell Greg one thing that I would like for Mother's Day. And Greg doesn't like to go out to eat, especially when there's a lot of people. And Mother's Day and Valentine's Day are the worst days to go to a restaurant.
That's true.
Yeah. So he would just be like, it would really make me so happy if we didn't have to go out. So I would just be like, okay, if you want to cook,
yes,
then that's great. But I don't want to cook and I don't want to clean up. And 9 times out of 10, Greg's like, done. I will take care of it from start to finish. So I love that. Even that is a win for Mother's Day, especially whenever y'all were little. But even now, like if all of y'all come over and your dad cooks and he cooks and cleans up, then that's a win. And I can go sit out on the patio with my girls and just sit out there and talk. It's a good day.
Yeah.
Or if there is something that I want, like I'll tell Greg, like, hey, I was at the nursery the other day and I saw this plant and could you get me that for Mother's Day? He will go get it. He'd be like, yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
So that's always good. And then I know, okay, I asked for the plant. He got me the plant. That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
And just, I don't know why I do that. And I tell myself, like, don't do that. That's so stupid. We can't even afford the whatever, but I get in my head, oh, he's going to do it.
Yes. I know Harper was still really little. Like, I mean, she was like 3 and Dad was gone one year for Mother's Day. And he's like, I know you like to go out. So I've made a reservation at Longhorn. Do you remember this? It was the Longhorn off of exit 12.
No.
Oh, I do. I remember. And he made a reservation for us because he's like, I can't cook and I know that you're going to want to go out to eat.
That was sweet.
It was really sweet. And because he was right. He wasn't going to be here. And
well, like I said, he's gotten so much better. But like, we've been married almost 39 years.
But you said you did tell, I remember, because I'm always at your house. You're like, even though you're not here, Greg, I still want to be celebrated.
Yeah.
But you took the time to communicate.
That's true.
That's the point. You took the time to communicate. You didn't fantasize and you said, hey, I know you're not going to be here.
Right.
But there's still some ways that you can make it special.
Well, your dad did tell me years and years and years ago, I want to please you, which that's wonderful. But he said, I don't read your mind.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell me what you want, how am I supposed to know? And I was like, you know what, Greg? It's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a good point.
I have to tell myself that. The same
Note
thing.
taken.
So, all right.
Hey moms, take a minute with me and imagine this if you can. Ocean breezes, warm sunshine on your face, maybe the cry of a seagull in the distance, and a getaway designed just for you. Join us next year for Soar at Sea, The Confident Mom, a life-giving conference set on a cruise. Laugh with friends, learn from Karen, and be encouraged in your motherhood journey and reminded that God is with you and will equip you for the incredible calling of being a mom. It's your chance to step away, recharge, and set sail with confidence. Now, the spots are limited, so head to soaratsea.com to grab your spot today. That's SOARATSEA.com. Find that link and more details in the show notes today. Okay, let's get back to the show.
Okay, number 3. What can you do if you really want a special Mother's Day, but you know your family might not plan anything to celebrate?
You know, I think that you got to ask yourself the question, what do I want for Mother's Day? And I had a friend in Virginia, and she said, the best Mother's Day for me is not to be with my family all day long. And I was like, really? And I said, do you feel guilty about that? And she said, no, I'm with my family. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm with my family 365 days all year long. So she said, I want my family to bring me breakfast in bed. She dictated the whole thing. I want my family to bring me breakfast in bed, give me all my presents. I open them up, and then I go off for the whole day. I go shopping. I meet a friend for lunch. I go to a movie. I stay out for dinner. And then she said, and then I roll in after my husband's put the kids down for bed. And I was like, really?
Good for her for knowing what she wants.
Exactly. And I was just so impressed. And she did that every year. And that was a win for her. So here's my thing to all of us moms. We need to be like her, not necessarily doing that, but what do we want?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to take a nap in the afternoon? Do you want to be like me and not have to cook or clean? Do you want a present? Do you want just time with your family? Do you want not to go anywhere, not to go to the in-laws' house, not to go to your mother's house, but to stay home?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you want, then that's what you need to say. And you just need to say, or I want to go on a picnic, or I want to go on a walk, or I want to, I want to go down to this cute little tea room in the city and get whatever. What do you want?
All right, Mom, what do you want this Mother's Day?
What do I want this Mother's Day? I really and truly, I enjoy having all of y'all at the house.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that all of y'all are moms now, so that might be difficult. So, and now that I hear that it's hard for you to, manage all the expectations, I'm like, I want to release you of that, Emily.
But I'll tell you, if you ask me what would I want to do on my Mother's Day.
Yes, Emily, what do you want to do for your Mother's
I'll
Day?
tell you. I would love to just come to your house because my kids love your house.
They do.
They can play for hours at your house.
Because of the cousins, guys, not because of me.
I mean, you guys do have a pool now, but
Yeah.
I am comfortable at your house.
Yeah.
And I would love for the cousins and my kids to play. And for me, Kelsey, and I wish Taylor and Sarah were here, but they're not because they're in Key West. But I would love to just sit on the back patio and drink a cup of coffee with you.
I love that.
Because that's how I fill my cup up for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Like, and I am not a gifts person. I mean, I do love gifts, but that's not how you fill my cup up.
Yeah.
So my kids, I enjoy being around them. Like that brings me joy. So if they're swimming, it's a nice day. That's fun. But really just hearing them pitter patter throughout the house and having a good time and us being together as a family, that would be my favorite Mother's Day.
That's really me too.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy all of y'all coming over. I do enjoy your dad cooking and cleaning
it's so
up.
Nice.
It is so nice because your dad is truly a servant.
So nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So that's good.
Well, we've done a lot of highlights of Mother's Day, but we need to be realistic that this holiday sometimes is hard.
Yeah.
And so what about for the moms that it doesn't feel great this year?
Yeah.
Maybe you've lost a mom or your own relationship with her is strained. How do you navigate that?
I think you just have to give yourself permission and realize that not every holiday is happy and not every holiday is joyful, and that's okay. That doesn't mean every holiday from here on out is going to be that way.
Right.
But, you might have just lost your mom this last year, and that makes it sad. You think back to I remember the first Father's Day that my dad wasn't there. It was sort of a somber day. I mean, I wasn't crying, but I did have I wish Dad was here, that we could have celebrated this with him. But so maybe you've lost your mom. Maybe you're in a bad spot with your mom, or maybe you have adult children or even children of younger years. It's just a hard season right now. And you just feel like, it's not where we want it to be. And that's okay. Just to know, it's okay to be sad. It's okay not to be super joyful in the moment.
Yeah.
But maybe next year will be different. So, but yeah, you're right. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I think so many times Christmas, birthdays, all that, we think, oh, we got to be so happy and it's the best day ever. But sometimes it's not the best day ever.
Yeah.
And we just need to give ourselves permission to
be sad.
To be sad.
I love that.
Yeah.
We had that podcast with Annie F. Downs weeks ago, and she says you can hold joy and sorrow in the same hand.
That was really profound when she said that.
And I was like, Annie, that was so good. And I really, not that but there are some situations in life where you do have to hold joy and sorrow in the same hand. And one doesn't have to, you can hold them in the same hand. And
that's right.
It's really, that was something that was really sticky that she said. So I was just, Well, Mom, anything else? That's it for us today.
Well, yeah, I just want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. And you know what? Whether you're going to get what you want or not get what you want or whatever, I just want to tell you happy Mother's Day. And Birds on a Wire, we are here for you 365 days out of the year. You're the whole reason we started this ministry. And I am so proud of each and every one of you.
Yes.
And so happy Mother's Day. Y'all enjoy it.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for listening to Wire Talk. And don't ever forget that you were created perfectly and wonderfully for your children. Mom says that all the time. And I think about that all the time. I'm like, all right, God, you gave me these 2 kids. And I'm so thankful. And you created me to be their mom and for them to be mine. So thank you so much for that gift. Thank you for listening. Send it to a friend if you want to think about some ideas for Mother's Day. Don't forget to communicate what you want.
Yes.
Whether that's with a day with your family or a day by yourself. And we will see you guys next week.